How's it going out there, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Cash, and this is Weekly Recap. I'm going to go over my week of operating a semi-truck for a full 7 days. This is what this is. This is from the last week of April 2025, and I'm going to go over all the loads, why I did what I did, talk about the breakdown of the numbers, and then at the end you'll hear me say this is the money left to do what I have to do with. That's where you would plug in things I don't talk about, like truck payment, trailer payment, insurances, and all the other things left to run a business. Taxes, all that. I don't go over none of that. Just creates a big to-do. I don't want no part of it. So anyway, this week is from the last week of April in 2025, and we're going to go over it. And I don't talk about my carrier. My carrier is a great carrier, but it just does me no good to give that information out. Please, to God, watch the video. I say it in every video, but yet it never fails. About every 2 weeks, I get someone, hey, and I know there's people that joke about it and ask, I know those people. They ask every week, but there's always someone about every 2 weeks that'll go, hey, what carrier are you with? And I'm like, well, I know you didn't watch the video. You just saw the money in the thumbnail and said, let me ask you, how am I going to work that too? No, it's not how it works. It ain't for me. All right. I'm not a recruiter. I'm not a recruitment bro from YouTube. You should stop watching those guys, by the way. If a guy, all he does is recruit for his company, let me tell you, it ain't that good of a company. Facts. Now, if someone's been there for 10 years and it's a good company and they want to tell you about it and bring you in there, that's fine. Like if someone works at, Walmart private fleet or something, that's a good place to work. But if they work at a lease purchase place, just know they're doing it for the recruitment. Facts. That's me. I'm Stepdaddy Cash. I'm just here to tell you about life. So, here we go. Let's start this week off. Minnesota to Virginia is how I start my week. That load was 34 empty miles, 1187 loaded miles, 1221 total miles, 34 degrees, 35,000 pounds. 32.64 on the price on that. I don't know why they went with such an odd amount, but they did, so that's what it was. Next load, Virginia to Georgia, and it's a cherry load right here. It didn't pay that great, but for this market to come out of Virginia, money. So this load is Virginia to Georgia, 57 empty miles, 513 loaded miles, 570 total miles, 65 degrees, 3,000 pounds. Not even 3,000 pounds. Really, it was 2,800 pounds. And that load paid $10.50. So got real good fuel mileage on that load. It was a quick turnaround. I literally loaded it about noon on a Tuesday, and it unloaded the next morning on a Wednesday morning. So it wasn't even on the trailer for a full day. So not bad coming out of Virginia. I take those. And then we come down to Georgia. I get a Georgia. I was supposed to have a Georgia back to Minnesota, wrap it up, call it a week, go home. But that load canceled on me. I guess nobody's eating chicken anymore. Go get some chicken, guys. People love chicken. Have some. But anyway, that load canceled back to Minnesota. So then I was left with Georgia to Missouri chicken load, which, nice recovery. I loaded out of the same place I was going to load out of anyway, just going to a different destination. 55 empty miles. Do not store chicken at 55 degrees. That would not end well. 55 empty miles, 774 on the loaded miles, 774, 829 miles, 26 degrees, 42,000 pounds. Oh, yeah, she's a heavy girl. And that paid $1,600 on that load, so got out of Georgia without losing my ass. And then that put me over into Missouri. And while I was taking that load to Missouri, I was planning on going home from Missouri, finding a load in Missouri. It was like the Kansas City area. I was trying to find something Kansas City back to Minnesota. And then they called and said, hey, we got a load in Nebraska, and it's a pretty good paying load. You want to go get it? And I thought to myself, no, I really want to go home, but with the way things are in the economy right now, when it's a good paying load, I feel like I probably should run that damn thing. So I did, and I didn't get that on this week because that would have been more than 7 days. But they found me a little short load from Missouri up to Nebraska. So that did make it on this week because that was another 1 day run. That was Missouri to Nebraska. Now, I had to go the opposite direction, 124 miles to get this load. So it added quite a bit of miles to it, but it was 124 empty miles back south, and then 326 miles loaded back up to Nebraska, for a total of 450 miles, 33 degrees, and I wrote it down as 44,000 pounds, a little closer to 45. Raycon and Bill of Lading both said 41,000, so there was no overages. I don't know what the deal was there, but I cat scaled that one. This first time I've been on a cat scale in a while, and is it just me, or does cat scale go up like every 3 days now? It's like, if you do a cat scale, by the time you can get around and do the reways went up. You know what I mean? Like, literally, the time I drove around the truck stop, the reway was like $4.50. Like, I could have swore a reway was $4 14 minutes ago, but whatever. Very heavy load out of Missouri there, and that paid $900. So $2 a mile, even with all that deadhead. That kind of seems to be the theme these days. Try to stay above $2 a mile. Unfortunately, that's where we're at these days, it feels like. So that was the week. Virginia, Minnesota to Virginia, Virginia down to Georgia, Georgia over to Missouri, Missouri up to Nebraska. Bam. 4 loads in a week. I couldn't tell you the last time I did 4 loads in a week. I mean, we're not talking about laundry here. We're talking about long haul trucking. So, that's it. That was the week. Let's go over the numbers of it now. $6,814 total. Me and my carrier combined came up with that amount of money. That's what we made in a week, 7 days, $6,814. We take 80% of that, what comes to my business, and that's $5,451. Total miles to make that money, I drove 3,070 miles to make that money. Whoa, that's a lot of miles for this guy in a week. I am super soft. I am known in the office as, the guy that you don't call him when you want 700 miles a day done. I'm the guy you call when you got a solid 350 that needs to be laid down at a good rate. I'm about a 350 mile a day type of guy. You can say what you want to, but when you've done it for 20 years, then you tell me how many miles you want a day, okay? This ain't, when I was in year 5, 700 miles a day, every day, all day is all I wanted. 20 years in, I don't want it like that. I just don't. But anyway, 3,070 total miles, if you can believe I did it. I think they ought to get a plaque or something to hang on the wall for this week for driving that many miles. But anyway, 2,800 loaded miles, 270 empty miles for a 9% deadhead. I'll take that. In this market, just finding loads and staying busy and being profitable is the name of the game right now. Hopefully this comes to a head sometime soon to where, what's going to take, it's going to take the mega carriers losing money. Because the mega carriers, they have the ear of the politicians. See, us average guys out here, we ain't got no ears of no politicians. You need the mega carriers to start losing money is what you need. And that's coming very soon. So I think we're going to have an epic battle of companies that do illegal things and mega carriers. Bam! It's going to be a big to-do. I do believe. It's going to be a big to-do coming soon. So I think that's what it's going to take to get us out of this market. But anyway, let's talk about the rate per mile for the week. Did $2.22 all miles, every mile to truck turn, pay $2.22. That's $1.77 when it comes out to my 80%. And that's $2.43 a loaded mile. So not a bad week. I'll take this week. A lot of logistical, like making sure I get unloaded here so I can go over there and pick up, and got to stop somewhere in between, clean the trailer out, got to just a lot of that, like just trucking basically, putting things together, making things happen. Now let's go over the variable cost of the week. $11.91 on diesel. I need diesel shirts available on the merch tent. $2.66 on reefer. Is everything run on continuous now? I mean, I got a load of cheese the other day, and they're like, make sure you run that on continuous. And I'm like, it's freaking cheese. Like, it's not going to sit in someone's refrigerator on continuous. It's like, it's cheese. As long as it's kept within a reasonable temperature, it's gonna stay. It's gonna last. So I don't know. Everything's continuous now. $266 on reefer, $53 on def fluids, $34 on tolls, $15 on the cat scale. Yes, I went ahead and wrote it down as 15. I think it was 14 at the time, but I think it went up to $14.50 now, so I couldn't remember. I didn't want to look it up. I wrote it down as 15. Bring over my $5,451 that goes to my business. Subtract out the $1,559 in veritable cost. And that leaves me $3,892 to do what I have to do with, which means, truck payment. I don't pay a trailer payment. What else I got to do with that? Taxes. I got to pay my salary. I got to put money back for maintenance. I got to put money back for breakdowns. So don't get it twisted. That $38.92, that's not money you get to go down to the strip club and throw on that little girl you hooked on. It ain't that, okay? That's business money. Now, is there some of that could go to that little girl down at the strip club I'm hung up on? You damn right, there will be some of it, but you can't put all of it on it, okay? Got to be responsible. But that's it, folks. That's weekly recap in a nutshell. I'm so glad you hung out with me today. Smash that like button if you made it this far. Think about subscribing. Hang around. I got a couple of ads at the end that'll help you save money if you're an owner or operator. Save that money, because a penny saved is a penny earned. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care of each other out there, and remember, people are more important than trucking. Do you need to save money by not idling your truck? Of course you do. That's why I'm introducing you to Zero Breeze today. Zero Breeze, a lightweight portable air conditioner that makes 5,280 BTUs of cooling power. Yes, you need this if you idle your truck overnight to stay cool. Yes, this will save you tons of money. Use my link below when you order, and I appreciate it. Quick, I just want to remind everybody about the Mudflap app. If you're not using Mudflap, check it out, download it. It should be part of your fueling program. It's a free app. Go download it from the Apple or Android store. You sign up using credit card or bank account. No credit checks, nothing like that. No fuel card needed. Get yourself huge discounts on fuel. I buy about half of my fuel through it right now. It's an amazing free app. It's 100% legit. Sign up using my promo code there, and I'll get $10 in free fuel. You'll get $10 in free fuel. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.